Hey, what's up everyone? Tedrick85 here, and today I thought I'd do this video on my top 10 favorite Legend of Korra episodes. Since I already did one on Avatar Last Airbender, I figured now would be the time to do one on the Legend of Korra, especially since the series is over. Book 4, Chapter 8, Remembrances. I know a lot of people don't like this episode, but I think Break did a really good job with this episode with all they had to work with. I especially enjoy how they split the episode into 3 acts. The first one involving Mako and Wu, where the former tells the latter how Korra has influenced him and helped change his outlook on things. The second one where Korra talks to Asami about how Toph could be right about her, while Asami reassures her that the world does need her. And the third one, which is my personal favorite part of the episode, is Varrick retelling what happened throughout the series as he's pitching a movie, and he juxtaposes Bolin for Korra. As well as it features a very comical scene involving a phone call between Zahir, Vaatu, a reanimated zombie Amon, and Unalaq. For this being a clip show, this one really made me smile. Book 1, Chapter 11, Skeletons in the Closet. This episode has stuck with me because it just shows how Amon got to be where he is and why he started the Equalist movement. This is a really powerful episode where we see how his and Tarlok's relationship evolved while being under the tutelage under their father, the sinister Yakone. Needless to say that Amon chose the wrong way to approach his views on benders and non-benders, but at least it gives people a reason to try and understand why he did what he did. Book 4, Chapter 7, Reunion. This is the episode where Team Avatar, with the exception of Bolin, reunited after 3 years of being separated from each other. What I love most about this episode is how even after being apart for a long time, they work together as a team, especially Korra and Asami. They pick up exactly where they left off in Book 3, and they work so well together that they even are able to understand each other, even through the simplest of body language. Oh, and I also loved seeing Varrick and Bolin work so well together as a team, helping a bunch of fugitive firebenders and earthbenders take on a bunch of Earth Empire forces. Book 3, Chapters 5 and 6, The Metal Clan and Old Wounds. I had trouble picking between the two, so I decided to include both of them here, because you can't really talk about the one without referencing the other. As a fan of the Bei Fongs, it's only natural that I put them on this list, as fans were introduced to Lin's half-sister Sue, and her family, which includes Opal, who had recently discovered airbending. I love how these episodes showed exactly what was going on between Lin and Sue, as well as seeing their relationship with their mother Toph, and I was so happy to see the two sisters reconcile at the end. Book 1, Chapter 9, Out of the Past. The reason why I put this one on the list is quite simple. We get to see old Team Avatar in flashbacks while Korra is trying to connect with Aang spiritually. It was great to see them together as adults, and I thought it was awesome to see Aang stop Yakone by using energy bending on him to strip him of his menacing blood bending ability. Book 2, Chapters 7 and 8, Beginnings, Parts 1 and 2. Like my number 7 pick, I just had to group these episodes together. Besides getting to see Wan, who was the very first Avatar, I also loved the art style of these episodes, as it gave me the sense I was definitely watching something historic. It was also very neat to see how the Avatar cycle started, as well as how an Avatar can get into the Avatar state via Rava, the Light Spirit. By seeing Wan's story, fans including myself got to see the Avatar in a different light, and appreciate the role the Avatars played due to all that Wan tried to do during his lifetime. Book 3, Chapter 1, A Breath of Fresh Air. I know a lot of people, including myself, were a bit disappointed with how Book 2 ended, but I find the title of this episode extremely apt, because it definitely felt like a breath of fresh air was injected back into the show. Not to mention this episode kickstarted arguably the best book of the series. I thought it was interesting to see how Republic City has changed since Korra decided to leave the spirit portals open, and I thought it was nice to see Korra and Asami start to become really close friends, which would eventually grow into a romantic relationship by the end of the series. Book 4, Chapter 10, Operation Bei Fong. I chose this episode for the same reason as my number 7 pick. We get to see more of the Bayfong family dynamics. I was intrigued throughout the episode how Lin and Toph would reconcile their differences, and it was awesome to see Toph and her daughters make peace with one another at the end of the episode. Oh, and not to mention, I thought it was awesome seeing Toph wipe out a bunch of Earth Empire forces with her earthbending while calling out Kuvira for giving metal benders a bad name. Book 4, Chapter 2, Korra Alone. I came so close to putting this as my number 1 pick, and it's not hard to see why. Because I feel it is the most gripping and emotional episode in the entire Avatar franchise. We get to see how Korra is coping with her physical and emotional ordeals after her battle with Zahir in the Book 3 finale, and I couldn't help but feel for her as she was struggling mightily with both getting back on her feet and being open with her feelings. Not only do we get to see her try to find a solution to her problems by herself, we also get to see her open herself up in a letter to Asami, who was the only person Korra wrote to during her time away from Republic City. The episode caps off nicely by reintroducing us to Toph, as she'll serve as a mentor to Korra in the next couple of episodes. Book 4, Chapter 13, The Last Stand. I don't care what people say. I feel that this series finale might be even better than the one on Avatar The Last Airbender. And I am not just saying that because Korrasami became canon. This episode has so much more to it, like how Korra was able to stop Kuvira by making the Earth Empire dictator realize she is not much different from her, or how Korra was able to stop the Spirit Mind cannon and open up a third portal to the Spirit World. And it was also nice seeing Varric and Jolie finally getting together, and how Lin and Sue worked together like a well-oiled machine to help stop the giant mecha suit, and how heroic Mako and Bolin were in helping Korra stop Kuvira once and for all. Simply put, I feel this episode was everything a series finale should be. Action-packed, powerful, emotionally gripping, and having a little bit of humor in it as well. One thing is for sure, fans will be talking about this finale for years to come, and I am so grateful to be a part of this fandom of this fantastic show. This is Cedric85 speaking. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.